Hey everyone and welcome back to the Binding of Isaac Repent stuff from Zero to Hero series. Being a few days since I recorded one of these, I had to make a new backlog for my other playlist since I've been in hospital. But I'm back in here. I did a quick check. Last time we did Cat's Got Your Tongue challenge, we did it with some wisps, which really helped out. And Guppy's Head, just alternate sources of damage, was very solid for us in that run. Because like a lot of challenges, we could not use our tears. And then I believe we did a greed run as Judas. I don't remember if we won the run. We won the run. So that was nice. Again, knocking something else off the post-it note. Who was it just on? Oh yeah, so I decided we're just going to do another hard run. And I'm going to play as Eden. Eden has a pretty blank list. He's done Delirium and Hush. Has to do Boss Rush. And then we can go down either pathway we feel like. So let's go. Let's see what weird run we have. Trinket Smelter, I'm in. And Sin Robes. Okay, this is just autopilot the run, I think. Trinket Smelter, not an incredible active item, but I love it. Like, you can make some really weird things happen. Oh, by the way, I've just been playing a challenge where I had a melee weapon, so bear with me, because I'm going to have to, like, recalibrate my aim. But yeah, Trinket Smelter. Trinkets often have a pretty, like, minor effect. That's kind of what their purpose is. But if you combine lots of trinkets, they can become, like, something very useful. And in fact, fairly recently, on my other playlist, in terms of, like, times of recording, I picked up a lot of gulp pills across the run, and I smelted plenty amounts of trinkets myself. And honestly, it really helped in the run. I think I put, like, Child's Heart, and I eventually got Dark Bum. And I was just producing so many red hearts from the trinket I'd eaten that, you know, Dark Bum, like, kind of popped. Anyway, our health is excellent. We wouldn't mind picking the health up, though, because we probably want a... Oh, I say I want a Devil Deal. Maybe this run is so good that I should push for Angel Deals first. Let me just check. Yeah, I haven't done Mega Station either. Yeah, maybe we'll go for Angel Deals. Dude, I'm all for it. Now, I do need some trinkets to smelt. I also need to stop just getting hit by pretty basic enemies. Okay, calm your roll. I'm kind of trying to rush a little bit just because I want to make Boss Rush happen. Because this is a pretty nice start for me. Okay, we're going to get a Orbital. I'm not against having orbitals. Okay, you're the variant that doesn't just shoot 3 tears, you just barf all over me. Did you hear that story recently, by the way, in Japan, where some Japanese man was like going, oh, like, food keeps disappearing from my fridge and, like, whatever, your pantry and so on. And he put out cameras to see what it is. I guess, like, he thought it was, like, a creature sneaking into the house or something. And it turned out there was a woman just living in his cupboard or something. It's like, how? It's like, but, like, when you think about it, there's plenty of cupboards in my house that, like, I very infrequently open. Like, bespoke cupboards with stuff in, like, maybe, like, camping equipment that, you know, you're not going to use on the regular. So I guess I can see why. Like, even the cupboard behind me, I open pretty irregular. So, you know, someone could be living in there. They could be listening to me right now and I just wouldn't know about it. Now, it's unfortunate for them because my fridge isn't often very stocked as well, so... they'd struggle to live off what I have in there. I'm just going to pick this up and then drop it. It's not good enough. But, you know, what a wild thing to find out. I mean, if there is someone listening to my comment closet and listening to me right now, I would appreciate it if from time to time you maybe, like, entertain my cat. She's a weird little creature. The time she'll come down and she's like, pay me attention, it's like shouting at me, meowing at me. And it's like, okay, we'll start playing for a little bit. And then 5 minutes later she's like, okay, that was enough. I'm going up. See you later. And it's like, what? Like, we only just got started, you weird and wonderful being. Tinted rock and some coins. That's a pretty good deal. I wanted Spirit Hearts, not gonna lie, game. Well, since we haven't been able to pick up a health up anyway, the Devil Deal is probably not going to be an option to us. But it'll cost 3 Spirit Hearts, so I'm not too upset by how this is going. I could bomb for a key. I was going to bomb for a bomb, which actually doesn't make sense in a weird roundabout way, but I'm impatient. Right chest. Hey. Left chest. It's working. Hey, that's nice. A DPS up. Right now we're not strong enough just yet to do boss rush. But you know. The ball is in our court, I think, is what I say. Will I skip items, by the way, to make this happen? I might consider it. We've not really messed about with planetariums too much since we, like, discovered them. But now I know that if you miss item rooms, you get planetariums. Maybe it's a consideration that if an item room is too far off the beaten track, you just go for the planetarium instead. Can you please get out? Oh my god. Get out of the corner. Get more keys. 4 minutes in. Trying to use ball bandages to do a little bit of damage. There goes that fire. Could you please teleport into this one? Fast bombs are paid in the basement. I'm going to pick this up, but I'm not going to take the devil deal. I'm going to stick with my original plan. Secret room could be here and here. You know what? Too many thoughts going on. Let's just skip it. By the way, next time I pick up a trinket that I actually want, I should question mark card it. So I don't really want to hold this for the future. Right, we want angel deals. Give me some angel deals. If you give me Dad's key, I'll consider taking it. Because Dad's key lets you into the Mega Station fight for... Well, not for free, I guess. For a cost of the key. And its charge. This kind of feels like Secret Room, but it would be a weird location. It's just a weird location there. I'm going to use another bomb. More Angel Room chance. It'll let me get into the shop as well without a key. No trinket on the shop. I'll buy a Spirit Heart just to be safe. Just remember they're not in the challenge anymore because I've just been doing challenges on my other save file. So, you know, I can donate money at some point in this run. That's not worth. Even though I have no bombs right now. Nice shot. Again, I always forget these guys can break into an attack flag. Who always instantly fires, by the way. Doesn't give me any time. Just going back to the Japanese woman in the closet, actually, by the way. I don't know how long it's since she's been living there. I think it said like a year. Her posture must have been like ruined by that. Because it wasn't like a walk-in closet either. Well, from what I could see from the still images that I saw in the news article. It looked like an overhead, like almost like an overhead locker. I guess it was like, you know, human sized because, you know, she did live in there for a year. But like she probably couldn't sit up in it. Oh, again, Japan famous for having like those like hotels or hostels or whatever you want to call it, with just the small compartment spaces where it's like, I don't know, stacked like 3 or 4 on top of one another, and you're basically living in like a torpedo tube with some minor amenities such as electricity. I don't know. I don't really get claustrophobic, but I don't think I could do that. I used to live in the loft. We had like a loft conversion when I was younger, so I was living in quite a nice room actually. But my bed was under the slant of the roof, and basically it meant the left side of the bed was not usable for me. Because if I used the left side of the bed, every time I woke up in the morning I would just bonk my head. So eventually when I met my partner, she'd sleep there. I didn't have to suffer. But man, other than like the 2 flights of stairs, living in the loft, pretty solid. Nice floor space. What's quite funny as well was when it was being converted, I didn't have a room for a little bit, like maybe 2 weeks or something. And this was because my old room was like a box room. Again, it doesn't really mean much, I guess, if you're not familiar with like English house builds, but it's pretty common for English house builds. You'll have 2 big bedrooms on the first floor if you're like, EU, European, American second floor. And you'll have like a bathroom that's normally like okay size. And then you'll have like a box room. And the box room basically is like, it's suitable to put maybe like a desk in it, and that's about it. Not really suitable for a bedroom, but often people do use it as a bedroom because, you know, there's not that many 3-bedroom houses. Or not as many. You can get them, obviously, but... you know what? I'm going to skip the item room. But yeah, so when we were doing this, to get to the attic, we had to... And I used to live in the box room, which barely fit a single bed in there. Like, with almost no space beyond that. I used to sleep in the box room, but when we were putting the loft, you have to get the second flight of stairs somewhere, and in this case, they were like, okay, we'll put it in the... where the box room was, so we'll knock down the box room and the walls, and we'll put a set of stairs in there. So for 2 weeks, as I said, I was sleeping in the loft, but it wasn't finished yet, so it was just bare floorboards and like no electricity set up. So what we did was we set up a mattress in there, and then we put a tent in there just so that I didn't have to deal with like any like dust and particulates. So I was literally camping in the loft. By the way, camping in the loft, nice camping activity. You know, all the amenities of home while still being in home. But that made me laugh for a while. This is cartridge, by the way, that I've sucked up, giving me that effect. Kind of an annoying room. Again, I hate runs, by the way, where I get trinket smelter and no trinkets. I've seen the cartridge so far, that is it. Nice fight. Shoot, poop. Yeah, I kind of love living in the loft and just like having my own. I had an ensuite bathroom as well. It's like, ooh, baby. It's like so good when like you had like maybe like friends coming around, or later like when like my now partner came round. It's like, you know, you could just stay up there all day. Only come down to eat. I even considered getting a mini fridge. I didn't in the end because I literally don't think I would have left the room there. Just for some like drinks and some snacks. You know, maybe a bit of fruit in there, chilled, nice. But you know, things change. And I'm pretty happy living in a house with my partner now. So that's a pretty solid deal as well. But I think I've just been looking life, honestly. Like, living with parents, like, being at my partner's parents' house as well, and now the few houses that I've lived at since then with my partner, all been generally pretty solid experiences. Would say landlords, sometimes a bit questionable. Mainly on the first property, some weird accusations of like subletting because my partner has a lot of shoes. You know, females often have a lot of shoes, and I don't want to like, you know, tar everyone with the same brush, or like going like, oh, it's like you're being sexist about this. I'm sure men have plenty of shoes, and I see it a lot of time with people that collect trainers, and I don't really get like the urge to collect trainers. Although I do have the collecting bug, I'm gonna call it. Ooh. I can see like why collecting things is like nice, but I don't really get it for shoes or clothes or anything like that. I just get it for like useless bits of paper instead, or like plastic. You know, maybe stickers in the past. You know, something healthy, a healthy obsession like that. But yeah, we're accused of subletting because my partner had a lot of shoes. And it's like, what? Like, why? It's like, you're insane. And then the other funny thing was, our last house was a new build. And I don't know if you know this about new builds, but sometimes like the house can settle a little bit. And by that, I mean it can like sink slightly or something. And we had a small like hairline crack in the plaster of one of the bathrooms. Again, not structurally like making any difference. And this has been in here basically since we've lived there. So that I don't remember exactly how old the house was, but maybe like 10 years or something along those lines. But like there's this small hairline fraction. All you literally need to do is get a bit more plaster and just run a line of it up, and you'd be good to go again. By the way, there's a tinted rock up there, and I'm going to bomb for it just to clear up some space. I could use their explosions to do this. Help. But yeah, all I needed was a tiny bit of plaster, but it's like, no, it's like, you've done something clearly and like ran this crack along the ceiling of the bathroom. Like, you know, what wild party would do that? Last fly. But I don't know, just wild accusations. I think some people are suited to be landlords and some just aren't. Like, it's not just this, like, easy money as, like, people I think see it as. So, you know, it's like, we buy this house, we rent it out, you'll cover the cost of, like, the mortgage and the payment and so on. And, you know, I just pocket, like, the extra. And you have to remember that if, like, stuff goes wrong, that typically the contract is that you sort the maintenance out. And you know, you expect houses to be lifted as well. I can't remember exactly how long we were there for, but maybe like 5 years or something. And like, they were just doing some like petty things for like the money coming back saying like, oh, we have to do like a full house clean, like we're gonna repaint the walls and so on. And it's not like the walls are bad or anything, but you know, houses do just get worn over time. You know, they need a bit of like sprucing up every so often. But if it really bothers you that, you know, that like you have to deal with that, then maybe don't do it. Especially if you're not like a real people person. Maybe being a landlord is not for you. I'm just gonna throw that out there. I think I'm okay with this. Bunch of flies. Okay, I've gone the wrong way. Alright, in fact, I've explored the floor now that I think about it. That's actually what has gone on here. I only have one bomb, so I don't really want to look for the second secret room again. And I'm still been holding this question mark card for the entire floor. Right now I can see us making boss rush time-wise. Only just, though. But I don't think I'm strong enough for it. Ooh. Oh my god, you really sniped me there. Peeper, can you please leave me alone? Anyway, one hit on this fight's not too bad. We do get an angel deal. I think I'm going to call it here and say boss rush isn't on this run. We're not actually strong enough. Does this work?
Question mark.
Yeah, it does. Okay, that's pretty good for us. I actually forgot I needed a boss for this. Do I give up the Trinket Smelter dream for Eden Soul? Having smelted one trinket. It'd be really like going against all I believe in Isaac. But I think I'm just gonna go by what, like, you know, I'm gonna, like, go for fate. That's gonna be my response here. I've not seen a trinket for, like, the entire game. Now, I might see 100 trinkets from now to the end of the game. But let's use Eden Soul. Let me get the room charge for it too. It'll give me time in the future to, you know, get another active item that maybe it's better. There's the key piece. We need one more of those. So I'm going to slow my roll down now. And go back to the blood donation machine. Get a little bit more money. There was nothing in the shop for me, right? Was it greed? I think it was greed on this floor. I'll take a temperance card. But yeah, Trinket Smelter, I love the item, but sometimes runs just don't, like, bless you with trinkets. Others do. This just wasn't to be. Eden Soul is an active item as well I don't normally pick up. I don't really rate it too much. You know what? I'm going to try and get the HP up, I've decided. So we're going to gamble. I'm also kind of hoping for the dollar. If we don't get it, we don't get it. I am pretty disappointed to get nothing though, because my other thought was that I'll get some consumables out of this. Okay, I tell. Okay. There we go. I wanted some bombs. Hey, we're paying out. Okay. You know what? I'll give you the 3 pennies that you gave me. Ooh, a card. Balls of Steel is very nice. Oh yeah, it's my card. I'm done. Hey, that was actually pretty solid for me. I'm gonna blow this nerd up. 5 more plays, baby. If this doesn't pay out, I'm just going to blow it up and hope for a red heart. Okay. 2 keys and a penny. I'm not too upset by what's transpired here. We generated a bunch of flies. Can I get into the boss trap room now? No. I could look for second secret room now that I've got 3 bombs instead. I think that's secret room, by the way. Yeah, it could be secret room to my left. But I'm not too intrigued by that. Second secret room. I only needed 1. Okay. Sure. Goodbye, bomb. I threw away a trinket smelter. And on the same floor, get a trinket. It's actually a pretty nice one as well. This is what I mentioned before. I smelted this on a past run with actually a pill. And it really helped me. Mainly because I got Dark Bomb. Depths XL. Boss rush isn't actually out of the question now. But it's probably. I'd give it like 0.5% chance. If I went the complete correct way, I think I could maybe make it happen. But I think we just try and make all... We take all paths to make ourselves as strong as possible. And then we go for Mega Satan instead. Hey, health up, I'll take it. Which path am I considering doing? Honestly, I think I'm going to do Dark Room. Excuse me, I just need to make a little bit of space for myself. I might go in the first room, you know. You know, I have a lot of red health, so I can lean back on that. Oh, I do need to remember that I do need a bomb in the future. Hey, our pills are pretty good. Okay, boss rush is now out of the question. I have 12 keys, so bizarrely I'm going to do this. And I'm going to do this. Because, you know, I don't really need 12 keys to the end of the run. Maybe if I was doing Hush, but I'm not going to be doing Hush. Hey, we actually found the boss fight directly. Pretty good for us. Am I going to skip the floor? No. I will pick that up in the future, though, on the way out, because Eden Soul's about to proc. I think I'm 1 room away. 2 more angel items. I think it always gives you an angel item, right? Not the room you're on. Oh, we'll find out. Oh, it is the room you're on. Oh, I didn't want to pick that up. Well, we've misplayed that then. But sure. Samson's Ball and Chain means now that I'm going to accidentally break rocks and hurt myself. But I can save some bombs here and there. It does do some damage too. It's not completely awful. By the way, I should prop Temperance somewhere. I know I'm going to lose the Rotten Heart here. Never mind. You know what? There is actually a shout to be made to use this instead as my active item. Maybe not Compost. We can turn red hearts into money. And I have a trinket that gives me more red hearts. That feels like synergy. And synergies are normally pretty good in this game. I can also generate tons of spiders. How are you surviving this? It's like it's upsetting me now. Okay, that's more bombs at least. Oh yeah, I have Ball and Chain. Hangman is pretty okay. Can give me flight for a room. Degaz removes my curse. Curses is an XL floor, so I don't think it actually works. I'm gonna leave Hangman. And I'm gonna take Degaz to the next floor. I think that's the play. We want the shop as well. It's probably up here. But probably it has to be because, you know, I've explored the rest of the floor now. I'll come back and get the keys. Don't worry about it. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I played chicken with him just because I thought I was gonna kill him first. Pretty disappointed that I didn't. Samson's ball and chain. Do me a service. There you go. I saved a bomb. For a key. That is value, that is profit. I could also go around breaking skulls. Am I gonna do that? Come on, snipe it. Thank you. Range down doesn't really bother me. I can get that in the future. Ooh, please leave me alone. How do I feel about this run so far? This run's kind of okay. It's good enough to win like the base game, but I don't know if it's much more than that. I think I'll just permanently stay like 2 red hearts down. I know it's an XL floor, but man, this is a long floor. I'm not gonna lie, I thought the shop was gonna be immediately like next to me. I might do more of the floor as well, because I am due maybe a planetarium, because I did skip an item room. I'll buy a spirit heart, and I think we just do this. Increase the chance of angel room deal, and we only have 1 key piece so far. Bomb this nerd. We scatter bombs though. I was scared for a second. I thought it was going to blow up the donation machine. Countering everything I'd done. There is the Tinted Skull in case you wanted the full card. Okay, I can kill them pretty quickly, it turns out. I think I have to bomb this to make this. So we're going to play this a little bit, don't know why. I just feel like gambling today. I think I've had the dollar on this playthrough. There is an argument to make that I have to at some point hold every single item in the game.
Pretty
so you know, I do need to get the dollar, but I'm pretty certain I've done that already. I could also be saving the pill charge now that I think about it, because I think if I use the pill, I get a toxic shock effect. If you want to know why the room keeps going green when I use a pill. I think that's from Pill Baby, whatever it's called, Acid Baby. An added effect. That being said, ain't nobody got time for that. Okay, we're going to pick up the Eternal Heart now. I'm happy to be sat at like a mixture of health. Ooh, what rune? Okay, we are taking Yera with us, and we're going to the chest instead. Because I want to show off a different play. It now turns out I do need some keys. So I'm pretty happy I've got some keys. Are we taking IV bag with us anymore? No. IV bag is done. I don't really need the money. I'm not going to fight Push. We're going to take Compost. Or Brown Nugget. I can't remember if this works on items. No. It turns consumables into flies. I think it's steel. Or maybe it just generates a fly. I don't really remember. Maybe Compost is the one I'm like mixing this up with. Yeah, I think Brown Nugget just generates the fly, doesn't it? Health up. Yeah, I'll take a health up. I'll also take Mum's Lipstick. Give me a Spirit Heart.
Isaac.
You see that little blue attack fly? That's what I'm doing with Brown Nugget. Is this excellent? No. Is it better than just hurting myself for money? Right now, yes. I guess in long fights and like potentially like a boss rush situation, it could be pretty nice to just generate a ton of them. But is it a very slow going active item? Stop saying my name. I'm gonna wear it out. Hey, a no hit Mum's fight. That's pretty good going for me. We're going to take the Polaroid, because as I said, I now want to go into the light. No, I want to go to the chest. I'm going to Yarrow the chest. So you'll have seen before that the chest starts with 4 items, like 4 gold chests. If I bring Yarrow there, I can double chests. So I get 8 items instead when I go into the chest. 8 items for, 8 keys on the Yarrow card. That's a pretty good deal. Right, let's remember that we have Brown Nugget and actually use it. Will I swap Brown Nugget with something like the pony? Yes, 100%. I'm sorry, Brown Nugget, but you don't actually offer that much to me. Flight, though, is pretty good. Who's better, one little blue fly or the power to fly? Tough one. Anyway. Again, answer on the postcard how I didn't get hit there. I think Samson's Ball and Chain actually took 2 hits for me. In fact, I think he saved me about 4 hits on that room. So you know what? You're not going to get MVP for this run, Samson's Ball and Chain, but you're going to get the Honourable Mention Award. For that time in one room where you saved me from 4 hits. What is the MVP of the run at the moment? Honestly, it's probably the robes. It's ceremonial robes. I always forget what it's actually called. I call it Sin Robes, I think. But I'm not sure it's actually called Sin Robes. It's doing a lot for me, and it has done for most of the run. It's basically meant this run has been comfortable the entire time. Now, we are hitting a point, and I just want to make this clear, that I would like a little bit more damage. You know, you have given me some nice aids. Yeah, scatter bombs. Oh, I'm at full health. However, just to make the run a little bit nicer, especially as we come into the chest and we're just fighting bosses all the time. Just a little eensy-weensy, maybe damage upgrade to help me along the way. Hey, I like Pretty Fly. I'm trying to use this to save me a bomb. Friends Till the End is pretty nice too. Oh, by the way, in case you didn't know, and I guess this is going to come out a little bit late, 4 Souls, the Requiem, which is the card-based game, that went onto Kickstarter on the 1st. Back that thing first day. We didn't get to play a lot of it, I'm not going to lie, but the few times I played it, man, it was quite a lot of fun. So I'm really looking forward to what they do with like the additional cards to the game. I did have a funny story when we first played that I didn't shuffle the deck properly. We got like all the boss monsters like at the bottom of the deck, so we had the longest game was our first game, but since we've done some more considerable shuffling to the deck, it plays pretty well, so I'm really looking forward to that. And as soon as like, you know, I got an email saying like, you can back this now, and I was like, yes please. I'll have a little bit of that. Okay, I kind of want Trinket Smelter. Okay, I can Yarrow the Yarrow. I'm gonna keep Child's Heart. It's done me good work so far. I have a lot of red health as well, so I don't think it's a terrible deal. Red Heart, an Angel deal. I will take some more bombs. I don't want Matchstick. Here are all the trinkets that we were missing at the start of the game. Right, remember to blow this nerd up, because we want Mega Satan. Okay. Nice. Great fight. That's a key piece. We don't need Spirit Hearts. See, I can't pick them up. I'll take another pretty fly pill. I have a lot of flies going around me right now. Room 2. And honestly, we have barely broken sweat this run. This is the Isaac runs that I like. Again, it's like doing a crossword every day. Speaking of which, I've not done a crossword for a while. I used to do crosswords before I went to sleep every day. But kind of broke the habit recently. I mean, broke the habit. It sounds like it's a bad thing. No, it's a good thing. By the way, we're just doing quick crosswords, you know, a little bit of mental stimulation. Doesn't hurt anyone. But yeah, just like load in, like do a little bit of work, a little bit of tidying, then, you know, as long as we play like reasonably well, you get some form of W. And I would say that, and again, this is probably the place I should be saying this, because this was the point of this save file, was to see, like, is this game still suitable for, like, a new person playing the game? In my honest opinion, and I've mentioned this before, the balancing in this game now is the best it's ever been, in my opinion. It's definitely better than Afterbirth Plus was, where you did get some truly cursed runs where, like, you would pick up no damage upgrades, and you'd get to the chest with, like, 6 HP and just slowly die. I can't remember, like, having a run like that. I mean, I'm sure, like, you can pull up an episode where, you know, I've had a substandard run. But most of the time I feel like I'm the reason that I'm losing runs. And I think that's a good place for this game to be in. There's certainly, like, challenging aspects. And if you've been following my other series, you'll see that there are now harder characters in the game, beyond the base characters, that really knock the challenge up. But again, that's a pretty good thing to have, I think, a mixture of difficult things that, you know, only like hardcore players might be able to achieve. And then there's this still element where a casual player can, you know, win the game. I think everyone can take something from this at the moment. If you really love, like, the bullet hell spammy bosses, go fight Hush and Delirium all the time, you know. Fight Mother. You have that for you. If you just want to, like, build some, like, cool synergies, you can play on normal. Like, there's no, like, shame in that. You can play normal. You can just go to the chest or something, and probably, like, you can win streak pretty easily that way. Use a little bit more slice for me, but this should be in the back. With a little blue fly to help me. Don't run into Brimstone. Remember, we're going up, and we're good to go. Right, I want to get through the cathedral as fast as possible. Unfortunately, even if I get an Emperor card, I probably won't do the Emperor card. There's an invisible guy, and I'm scaring the hell out of me. Still alive. No, he's dead. I killed him. Yeah, I won't use the Emperor card because I want to save Yera. So if I Emperor, I would obviously use Yera. There are situations where that wouldn't happen, but it's pretty hard to get items on the cathedral. It's why it's one of my number one flaws to skip. Because you're not going to make a significant improvement here. Whereas the chest, you could actually pull, like, a bad run. Oh, that's really lucky. You could pull a bad run out of, like, the fire by gaining a little bit of luck. I'll check the second secret room. Okay. Look, if I exit there. I need to improve my item fighting. I have noticed that there is actually slight differences to attack pattern. I wasn't sure if that was the case, but it definitely is. The Holy Light, like, effect in the third phase doesn't quite follow the same pattern as before. So I need to do a little bit of learning. Second phase, by the way, is the worst phase of this fight. You want to skip it if you have, like, a high burst damage ability. It's mainly because of these two angels, actually. The Holy Light is a bit annoying, but definitely the angels. Because you can see then I wanted to go to the corner and he fired at the corner as I went there. But either way, we're pretty safe. See, that corner wasn't safe then. I guess I just have to identify it because you're safe, like, a tiny little bit down. Anyway, I've got a bunch of blue flies helping me right now. Isaac. And I think I was safe in the corner that time. I don't know. I could just not, like, corner cheese it. Who knows? Anyway, is this a no-hit Isaac? Yes, it is. I celebrate brown nuggeted as well. Blank card has appeared in the basement. Another active item that I love. I didn't even know you had to unlock it, but hey-ho. That's bad. Oh my god, I forgot the Yera. I'm actually stupid. Anyway, normally you can make 8 items, but I'm just stupid. I got excited and just immediately opened chests. We'll take Anarchist Cutbook and immediately drop it. If we can get Perthrow, then, you know, we can come back here. What a mistake it's a maker. Oh well. I say oh well, like casually, but this run's still a little bit weak. By the way, Rubber Cement, pretty funny item. That's why my tears are now bouncing off the wall. Oh, bad trip. Do I think I'll beat Mega Satan? Yeah, I probably will do. But I do have to save a decent chunk of HP to make that happen. Or guarantee that it'll happen. I would also like to set these Rotten Hats as long as I can. Ooh, I should be killing you first. Brimstone enemy. Do not want to deal with you. Thank you, Little Horn, for that terrific bomb there. Right, one of them is dead. Two of them are dead. Brown Nugget, remember to push space. Where the hell are you, Little Horn? Are you over here somewhere? Are you down here? There you are, you're in the corner. Get out the corner. Polyphemus. No problem. And the Stain, is he called? I've trapped myself in the corner a little bit here. I'm just trying to fight around my Brown Nugget flies. Just to give them a little bit more, like, you know, usefulness. But it's not really adding much damage to me, I'm not gonna lie. Ooh, I didn't know you were in here, not gonna lie. Come on, Stain. Ooh. Long fights, man. I might not do the entire test. I was considering doing a lot more of the test. Just to try and get items. By the way, I can't fly right now, so remember that. Yeah, I was considering doing more items, but honestly, I think if I have this amount of health when I go... Ooh, that's really good. When I go into the Mega Satan fight, I think I'm just going to be fine. Hey, here's the boss as well. You know what? We're going to do Blue Baby and then just immediately go back to Mega Satan. I'm happy with this health. And in fact, the luck is apparently pretty terrible because we did not get an item on the chest. Other than the base starting ones that you always get. You're guaranteed those 4, which with the error you can duplicate into 8 or 6 if you're doing maths like I am. Anyway, remember to brown fly. By brown fly I mean brown nugget. It's a blue fly. But pretty happy with how I've dealt with this one. It's a bit hard to see what's going on because of Rubber Cement. It's a bit of a downside to the item. I do kind of see it as a damage up though, but it's like a minor one. Because there are like tears I'm firing across the room, it's hitting the wall, coming back and hitting him again. That's pretty solid, that's like a double damage tear, but, you know, it's very inconsistent. I think for Mega Satan we have to remember to get in close. Because my flies might actually do a decent chunk of work there. Or maybe I should mix it up. But you can tell by hearing bits of the soundtrack you're not very familiar with, how good your damage is. And mine's pretty not good right now. Anyway, there would be the win. Let me pick up this heart just to, you know, fix the OCD nature. I'll check this in the second secret room, but... Okay. Friends till the end, okay.
Friends till the end.
A health uphill would have been pretty nice, and I know it's in my rotation because I've used one. Anyway, Mega Satan it is. Immediately run up on Brown Brown Nugget in his face. Nice thing about my items, by the way, I can just sit at range. I don't need to get close to him. I just have to worry about the Mega Blast attack. And the fact that I can't really see him very well. Ooh, sloth. Right, Another brown nugget fly up there. You know, they're doing little bits of work. Not a lot, but, you know, every little helps. I wonder if everyone's done this fight just with brown nugget. I'm gonna get hit. It was a bad dodge by me. Again, I can't really see what's going on right now. I am aware there is a black fly trying to run into me. I'm also aware that you've spawned the horse thing. Stop spawning stuff, dweeb. Okay, just watching out for Mega Blast. Is this Mega Blast? Nope. Summon more flies. We're just gonna brown nugget this son of a gun. Brown nugget. I could just make this phase incredibly slow, I guess, and summon an awful lot of them. But I don't think it's very visually entertaining, so I'm gonna say no to that. What I should consider doing now that I think about it is doing this. Because he could drop a red heart. I think I ran into creep then. Hey, protect my bone heart as long as possible. So I have glitter bombs, but I've got glitter split bombs, whatever it's called. I always forget. I always know its name when I see it. Scatter bombs. I have glitter scatter bombs, so like each scatter bomb breaks into a glitter bomb. So it's giving me a lot of consumables. There goes the bone heart. I scatter bomb. Just sit in the middle. That's the Mega Blast that you have to worry about. Hit both hands. Look at my army of flies. Speaking of an army of flies, have another bomb, please. And have another fly. I'm just trying to generate a few red hearts from the floor. That's all my goal is right now. You know, good use of glitter bombs, this. Oh, a card. Stood in a pretty rotten place then, I'm not gonna lie. It's judgment. You want to be judged? Okay. Coolly roll down a little bit, you're taking a lot of damage right now. I was gonna say, we could get Delirium, but now that I think about it, I fought Delirium, so am I gonna fight Delirium again? No. There is pseudo reason to do so though, because... Let me just go into the pause thing. If I fight Delirium, there's a possibility I get Arky and I can just repeat the run. Which would be very nice. Which judgment did I get? Oh. I'm not going to play this judgment in this fight, I decided. I've really just created an obstacle for myself. Let me just remove you from the equation right now. I should also not talk about Delirium when there is a semi-possibility that I actually just die here. I'm using a few more scat bombs trying to get some red hearts. There's a heart part, which I should pick up. Let's scatter bomb Satan. Remember to brown nugget, although it's pretty pointless where I just put it. Key, basically useless. Get a brown nugget in. I accidentally shot that backwards. Pretty bad. Hey, there we go. Brown nugget versus Mega Satan. And he didn't give us the choice of Delirium, thank God. Mysterious papers appeared in the basement. Something wicked this way comes. That's some more bosses. Yellow babies appeared in the basement. Anyway, that was a nice run. Thanks a lot for watching, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.